All right, so the Chronicle, I want to start with that. And Ghana Baptist Convention talks tough. Gayism is not a human rights issue. Accepting it will incur God's wrath on Ghana. Bagman defends anti-gay bill in UK. We have jury fails to reach consensus on Afoko. There's a scripture for today. Okay, there's another one here. It says, "I know Galamsey in Akufo-Addo's house." And Galatians chapter 1, verse 20, "I assure you before God that what I am writing to you is no lie." That's a scripture on the front page of the Chronicle today.
Okay, so on the Finder, we have new law on mining in forest reserves to attract investors. That's by the Deputy Executive Director of Operations, Engineer Ransford Sechi. And Afoko to face retrial, Asagbe Alangdi to die by hanging. Wow. And Akufo-Addo has never intervened in anti-Galamsey clampdown, has shown unflinching support, and that's by Gina Poor.
Yeah. You know this dying by hanging thing?
Yes.
So the law says, right, that there's the death penalty. It exists in our laws.
Yeah.
But it has to be assented to by the first gentleman of the country. So the court may pass judgment,
Right.
but it can only be effected by the signature of the president.
Right.
Now, I think ever since Rawlings, nobody has ever signed anybody. So they are on death row,
Right.
and they are waiting, on death row, but no president since Rawlings has ever signed anybody's death warrant.
Okay. So since the presidents haven't signed it, so that means you're just
So
sitting in
they
prison.
are there, yes, they are literally just rotting on death row.
Wow.
Yeah.
So since no one signs, let's just say they'll just wait there and just...
Till they die.
Yeah, till they die.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, I know there's a lot of conversations going on about this, about, changing the regime and removing the death penalty and all of that. But anyway, Republic Press has these headlines. MPP Paris Galamsey blows as Wontumi calls Frimpong Boateng hungry man. Okay. Dr. Baumia endorses Jospon Group Comtech Rice Project Partnership. School feeding caterers declare strike over unpaid arrears. Tree planting not a priority now. This is a commentary that somebody's made on the paper. I don't know how we think that it's not a priority. Are we not understanding what the climate change challenges that are happening around us,
Yeah.
I don't get that. Anybody who says it's not a priority hasn't figured out they need to wake up and smell the coffee.
Well, that means the person is not educated in issues
About
the climate change issues.
It's
Not just climate issues. That means the person is actually not educated in issues that contain about sustainability, because you have to understand sustainability.
The environment,
yeah,
and
exactly.
What it means, these things are very okay. Anyway, but sometimes we take our education as a privilege, we take it for granted. Yeah,
I know.
Akufo-Addo drags Al Jazeera and demands apology for false publication. Bagman squares up with UK MPs as he outrightly rejects LGBTQ.
That's a serious issue. So on the Daily Analyst, Akufo-Addo demands apology from Al Jazeera over unfair and inaccurate documentary. Have you watched the documentary?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, I haven't. Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Direct Finance Minister to release funds to pay caterers. Otiko Jabba tells Akufo-Addo. Maritime Authority, Wahala continues as confusion rocks meeting at Tema Branch. Hung jury for Gregory Afoko and others sentenced to death. We will be firm and just in confirming Justice Tokonu, First Deputy Speaker assures.
Okay. I have the Ghanaian Observer. It says here, Gold Mafia. Akufo-Addo fumes over Al Jazeera documentary, demands retraction and apology. Akufo-Addo never interfered in anti-Galamsey fight, Juniper speaking. Kumawu lights up for Baumia. We have VP Baumia backs Jospon Comtech 30 million euro rice project. And we also have NLA Partners Game Park to boost revenue. All right, and my final paper here is the Informer. And on the front page of the Informer, it says here, let me give you the big one, Green Ghana Project. Ghanaians say no to tree planting. Demand accountability first. So this conversation, Chris, so there's the issue of how much we've spent on planting trees. How much, first of all, do seedlings cost? Okay, so it's tree seedling, typical tree seedling. How much does it cost? What kind of trees are we planting?
Exactly.
Right, and how much do they cost per seedling? And then, if you watch closely, it's 3 years running that we've been doing this, but it seems like every year the proposed cost for the project for the year reduces. So there are questions being asked. Why did we start where we started? How come it cost so much at that time when we started, right? It's a question because you see, we've noticed that in Ghana, prices go up.
Right.
So how come that the cost for planting trees has rather been dropping over the years, right? Then there are people who were the ones that gave their seedlings for government to distribute for planting. Right. They haven't been paid.
They haven't been paid.
People haven't been
That's
paid.
exactly what I was coming to say right now. They haven't been paid.
And I don't know what that's about.
And shockingly, one of them actually spoke on the news that they were just sitting and they heard about the new one. That means you have abandoned that group of people that you used.
Yeah. And didn't pay.
Exactly. So you're now...
And you found a new group of people
you found a new group of people that you're actually going to use and not pay probably.